when attack. The hand before the movement. Let's. This one here, we're talking about a little bit onto the one hand MMA guy or one hand boxing guy when they fight with one hand onto the Wing Chun guy and they're getting bashed up by one hand MMA. Now this is the follow-up that we talked to you a little bit about, like we mentioned before. Onto the first one, MMA, getting a Wing Chun. A lot of people said the first thing that's sitting there is no bad style, no bad martial art. It's the bad practitioner, bad trainer. It's like anything. It's the gun, the same. Gun don't kill people. It's people kill people. Okay, same thing with everything. It's the person using it and how well they're using it. As you can see on our forum, we put a lot of this kind of stuff on there, onto the group there, on the community side. And you will see a lot of people asking different questions. Like I talked before, some people got a very good question, talk about certain things, what they learned out of this lesson. And some people, clueless. Subscribe to my channel. And make sure you click on the bell. When I upload a video, you will get the notification straight to your mobile. Now get back to your training. Asking stupid question, saying the wrong thing. The most important thing there to learn to understand is, what do you learn out of this lesson from the one hand boxing? Okay, the one hand boxing, the one hand MMA guy. What do you learn? If you are the Wing Chun guy, what did you learn? Now the few things you need to understand. If you're the boxing, you come in like this with one hand punching. And if your Wing Chun come in like this kind of punching directly, it can be a nightmare. Because if you stand on the side like this, the length on the side like this, it's very difficult for the punch like this coming in because your body in the central. Okay, so for instance, if you punching, you go like this, you close, but you're wide away, further like this. Okay, then it's difficult for the other punching because you're on the side. Okay, on the movement, not too much on the center of it. So the important thing you need to understanding is on this is learning is when you go in the center, your hand is shorter. When on the side, when you move on the side, it's the hand longer, so difficult. And they got one hand there. He's one thing you're always watching the MMA guy doing all the time, or the boxer, the hand cover the head. Okay, hand cover the head and then go into making contact. So the thing you need to understand as well, the ways they learn. And second most important thing to understand about this lesson is the MMA guy or the boxing, one hand boxing guy, they are very grounded when they attack. So when you train them, they're very grounded when they're making a punch. Yeah? Very grounded. So when they're punching, the same. Very grounded. Because their movement is very grounded, they can create a lot of power, a lot of movement coming in, instead like the Wing Chun guy floating around. Soon they get into it, they're floating around like that. The movement, even though they land, it's not enough power at all, okay, to able to do it. So this is the big problem to need to learn to understand. And second thing, if you're training in the competition training, you need to adapt your tool, okay, your gear. If your Wing Chun guy want to enter this competition, you need to adapt yourself to the more tool, okay, and train for the MMA kind of style. And using, okay, this is important to understand, using the Wing Chun element. What's the element? Element is the hand positioning, okay, the position, the movement where they're supposed to be, the posture, okay, so the element. So when you go in, all of them they have to cover the hand of that. You can't have your hand of that. Soon you go straight like this, the punch on top, they will land, okay? So you go straight in and then they will not cover, you will land in. So that's why you got to make sure when you coming in, you fight When you see most of our stuff the same, you fight in a MMA style, but in a Wing Chun element. Then that way, you can bring the movement out and use them and neutralize them. Because, like I mentioned to the other one, on to the training side, to the MMA side, the way you're training into the element of the competition, you have to train and fight that way. You got to play with their game, okay? Because they're training MMA, they're grounded, they're not floating, their body very low. It's very difficult for you to get the punch coming in like that. So you have to move and ground so you can do some grappling and wrestling on them. Otherwise, you're gonna have a big problem. And I mentioned before, you got to go in with the right clothes, okay? If you come in with a clothes loose, if they grab hold of it, like grab hold, you'll go boom, 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 or grab hold, you'll go boom onto your face like this, okay? You cannot move. It's very difficult to move when you grab hold of you, and then the whole body of this, yeah, coming into your face. That will be. Do you think straight punch like this is more powerful than the punch like the hook coming like this to your face? This is got more powerful than like this when you force the weight in. The problem with force the weight in to the chain punch like this when you're in the competition is the person moving back, then to absorb, or they go forward. Okay, so you cannot get that move coming. But in the other hand, when you coming in, if they go forward, this hook, it doesn't matter because you're in straight offline. You hit it. It doesn't matter if you go forward or if you go backward. It makes no difference. That hook will go in. That uppercut will go in if it come close. Okay. So this is the big problem when you start the training and then try to enter in this competition, because you playing their rule. Their rule is like this. Another thing you got to keep in to the Wing Chun guy. He grab and he elbow to the neck. Now as the movement, your elbow to the neck is very good, but the problem is the guy stand too tall, so the elbow is very short for you. You didn't bring them down enough to shove the whole body weight in to able to do some damage to the person. I don't know is it legal or not to able to elbow in the back of the neck, because if it lands well, they're gonna break your goddamn neck. So what is the conclusion of learning about this one arm, okay, boxer or one arm MMA? Learn to understand if you go in, you need to adapt yourself, your tool, to be able to use them well, and learn in the way they're trained. You fight in that competition, you enter MMA competition, you fight with MMA guy, you fight their style, and using Wing Chun element to make it work, okay? Otherwise, it's not gonna work. And second thing is, a lot of you out there saying about this and that, about this Wing Chun is rubbish and Wing Chun is no good, MMA is better. Like I mentioned before, it's no style is better or worse. It's that everything is good, okay? It's how you use it. It's not all style created equal, and it's not all practitioner created equal. You can be very good at boxing like Mike Tyson, very good at boxing. Doesn't mean that all boxer is gonna be good, because he know how he use his body well and he can knock any motherfucker out. Same thing in Wing Chun, okay? Or any kind of style. If the guy good at using Wing Chun, they can make the Wing Chun work. But doesn't mean that you can make the Wing Chun work, even though you use the same thing. Same thing like anything, like driving a car. Like the Formula 1 guy driving the car, okay? He know how to manipulate the car. You can give him any car. He can try and win your ass. And you can give you the fastest car and you're not gonna able to win, because he will better at it, because he know how to use it. It's like with everything else. So if you don't know the tool well, it's a big problem, okay? So this is my take, an update on this. It's helping you to realize what is it. And end of the day, it's up to you if you're trying on it. Training good enough on it, and every style is have the good and bad about it. You need to understand. I don't say Wing Chun is bad or MMA is bad, or Wing Chun is good, MMA is good. I say everything is have their place. You have to know how to use it and able to make it work for you. And for me here, if you want to ask me anything else and see, this is my take of it, my thought about it. If you want to have your thought, comment underneath this video. I want to hear your thoughts so we can able to learn something. Life is about learning. This kind of training and video now, you don't get the stupid face smacking. It's learning. Learning what make you become a little bit better and understand about it, okay? So if you want more information or talk more about, ask information on it, or have your own question, or have your own thought about it and on this comment here, then we can talk more about it, and then we can have a talk about this so you can able to learn something. But the most important thing, spend time training and believing yourself, and so that way you can learn something out of it. Another thing, the most important thing is, if you not very good, don't enter any competition, don't fight, because if you do, you're gonna get yourself messed up. And for me here, the Master Wong here, and if you like this kind of thing here, subscribe to me before your enemy do, otherwise your enemy know more than you. It's become a nightmare. So out.
Ready, ready， 全场的观众晚上好。几分？几分？几分？几分？几分？举手示意，几分？举手示意。OK。时间。OK。go。开步。前上后手摆。看呀。前后手摆，成手，成手往后手。大腿内。无力啊！漂亮，配了，成成，配了，漂亮，配了，这他妈什么呀？这是。上去！高前！拼了！不许这是放在前面什么大口啊？还可以吧？还可以吧？还可以吧？对，咱们谁来打呀？比赛就跟要打比赛，比赛来打呀！打比赛不能喝水，打比赛不能喝水，先打比赛完再喝，打比赛不能喝水。拿两瓶出来了，放等别，切！快点！我最希望看到有机会的实现在我们中国武术的现在的武术能够现在只有有声站到擂台上，进行然后我们这场比赛之后，我们也会跟李老师也会共同探讨中国武术的发展。我们会致力中国武术的发展规则。时间。这旁边的黑手干嘛的？现在我们是杨总的时间呢，我们应该是时间，中国武术体系。别鸡巴打后脑，这是比赛。不比不要击打后脑，听一下时间，时间计时有没有？时间，别动他，弄他，走点。抡着，摆着，横着摆着，摆着，晃着摆，摆着，漂亮对。勾摆。什么呀
？Subscribe to my channel and make sure you click on the bell. When I upload a video, you will get the notification straight to your mobile. Now get back to your training.